YouTube time, guys.
What is up, guys? This is my first video on my YouTube channel. I decided to make my first video about why I started cutting so hard and like what was the reason for me to try and get to 6% body fat. That was like my goal, and like I didn't necessarily have a huge reason why. It was mostly just to see how I could get there, where my body could go, how far could I go, and how lean I could make myself. It wasn't necessarily to prove anything, and I'm not doing a show this year. I might do one next year. Basically right now I'm sitting, I think, around 9% body fat. I wanted to get to 6% before my bod pod test that I have next week on Wednesday, so 7 days from now. It is the 26th of August today. My bod pod test is on September 2nd. I don't personally think that I am that low, and I don't think that I could get there within the amount of time that I have left. But basically right now what I'm doing to try and get to 6% is I'm at 1,400 calories a day. I try and eat at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight of protein. And so that puts me around 140 grams of protein a day at 1,400 calories. So there's not a lot of room to play around with. I mostly just aim for low-fat foods because I tend to enjoy higher carb foods a little bit more. So a lot of my foods are really low fat. I eat lots of really lean meats, egg whites, lots of vegetables, breads and wraps and things like that. I don't typically eat cheeses, and I avoid whole fat milks. I drink almond milk and cashew milk and stuff like that. Just lower fat meals that are high in protein and stay within my calorie restrictions. So I'm pretty limited on like what kind of stuff I can make sometimes, just because I'm really trying my best to hit that 6%. I'm starting to get some really cool striations, I don't know, veins all over my abs when I have a good pump. But so today I'm gonna talk about that kind of stuff, and I'm gonna show you how to make this egg white omelet that I figured out how to make because I was really low on calories and what I could actually throw into my dishes. And then after that, that's gonna be our pre-workout meal. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually work out around 5, so I'm gonna show you how to make that. Then we're gonna head to the gym and crush a heavy pull workout. And so let's go. Alrighty guys, so to start off, we're gonna need to cut up some of our vegetables that we're gonna throw inside of the omelet. I am going to put some green onion in there, some tomato, 2 of those. I'm not gonna use all of them, and then some green bell pepper. And then I also have some spinach and some turkey lunch meat that we're gonna throw in, just to give it a little bit of extra protein, a little bit extra flavor. After we've prepped all our vegetables, the next step is to get our scale out. Because if you don't weigh it, it counts more. That's just how it works. If you don't weigh your food, it's gonna end up costing you more in the long run. So you gotta weigh your food with a scale. It doesn't have to be crazy accurate. Cut that out. It does. It does have to be accurate. So you put your plate on there and you weigh everything that you put into your omelet to make sure you're not overeating. The app that I use to track all my calories and to track all the food that I eat is called MyFitnessPal. It's free to use. You don't have to use a premium version. So to start out, we're gonna weigh out our spinach. Lots of people don't like spinach, but I really like it actually, and it adds lots of volume to your omelet. Makes your omelet really thick without adding very many calories, so you're fuller for longer. The more volume that you have in a food, the fuller you're gonna stay, especially with extra fiber in there as well. It's gonna keep you full longer, and it's gonna have less calories. 69 grams of spinach. That is the way to go. And the next food that we're gonna add after that one is our tomatoes. I also really like tomatoes. I don't know why. I used to hate tomatoes, and now I put them in everything. We're gonna throw in our green bell peppers, add a little bit more greens. We're gonna take our green onion and we're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna put the last ingredient that I really like to add to the base of the omelet is some 98% fat-free turkey deli meat. I like to tear it up into a little bit of pieces. Over here we've got our saucepan, and we're gonna preheat it to medium heat, and we're gonna take all of our nice chopped up vegetables and turkey meat, I'm gonna just throw them on in there. Warm up your veggies, makes them just a little bit softer, and that warms them up inside the omelet so your omelet's not hot and then your veggies are cold in the middle, because who wants that? That's nasty. And while your vegetables are sauteing, what you can do is you can take your bowl and your egg whites, you can measure them out. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a serving size, which is 46 grams, and we're gonna times that by 5, because we're gonna want a pretty big omelet. Got our egg whites all measured out. Now all we're waiting for is the vegetables to heat up just a little bit, and then we're gonna pour the omelet in and spray the pan. One thing you wanna remember with nonstick spray is that although it says 0 calories on it, it is still oil, and so if you're going crazy with it, it is gonna add calories. After we've got our vegetables all sauteed up, you're gonna wanna take your fat-free cheese. Looks like this. So 28 grams is a serving. It's only 45 calories. You're gonna spray the pan. Pour your egg whites in. Nice. Now you just wait for your omelet to cook just a little bit. It's gonna get these bubbles in the middle, and that's when you know that you're okay to put your stuff on it. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you can move all of the edges so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. That's why we sprayed it. But if you don't let it cook long enough, it's gonna stick anyways. And you wanna be able to fold it over so it's actually an omelet. And we put cheese on it because even though we're on a diet, an omelet without cheese is like, an omelet without cheese is like a hoe without a garden, or something like that. Your omelet's gonna start looking like this, where it gets these bubbles around it. You're gonna wanna be able to move the omelet around. Like, you don't want it to be sticking to the sides. So see how we can move it? And we're gonna take our veggies right in the middle. I don't know what it is about cutting, but I really like salt now. Like, I put it on everything. I put it on my pizza, I put it on my apples, I put it in my smoothies and my milkshakes. All right, when you guys hear the macros of this heaping mess of vegetables and egg on my plate, you're gonna go crazy. 305 calories for this whole thing, and it's only 19 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fat. There is no fat in this, like, at all. And 50 grams of protein. This is just a protein omelet with veggies in it. That's the only reason there's carbs. The egg whites and the cheese make it so that there is just so much protein in this whole thing, along with the turkey. I think that's where the gram of fat comes from, is the 98% lean turkey. This whole thing is anabolic, like, beyond belief. Compared to a regular egg omelet, if a regular egg omelet is like a 10, probably about a 7.5. And so that finishes up my pre-workout meal. And I still have a little bit just before the gym, but I'm gonna plan on being there around 4:30 to hit some cardio, and we're gonna hit a pull day. Yeah, that's it for our pre-workout meal. All right, so it's about time for the gym. And so I decided I'm gonna mix my pre-workout up. I got some bodybuilder pixie dust, and then I have some blue powder. And I say the more powders you can put in your body, the stronger you're gonna get. And so that's why I snort it. I actually like to sip my pre-workouts as I drive to the gym. So I try and leave a little bit earlier than I need to, so that it gives me time to just kind of like chill in my car. And I can hype myself up with some bopping tunes, and then I can make sure I get in some cardio to burn some extra calories. just barely finished up the workout. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna make some protein pizzas, and we had a really good workout today, actually. Back from the gym. Gonna make some protein pizza. Everything on your diet has to include protein. All right, so while we were at the gym, the reason we kept the weight a little bit heavier and kept the reps a little lower is because that when you're on a deficit, you need enough calories and time to recover. And when you don't have a lot of calories left, you use the fat and the calories you do eat to recover as much as possible. So you want to keep the volume a little bit lower just so that you can keep the muscle mass that you do have, because if you're tearing down your muscle again and again and again and you don't have enough energy to recover, it's going to start pulling some of those resources from your muscles. So your muscle's going to start to shrink just a little bit until you do it too much, and then you're catabolic and you don't have enough proteins and amino acids to sustain the muscle that you have already built. Pull may be my least favorite workout, but today's workout was pretty solid. Got a really nice pump from it. And the reason we do steady state cardio is because it's a little bit lower impact on the joints, and joints are a little bit harder to recover from if you push them too far. And so on a low calorie diet, it's the same kind of thing, is you don't want to push it beyond what you can recover from. You want to go just below that so that you can still recover at the same rate that you're breaking things down, especially when you're in a higher deficit and the gap between your calories in and your calorie out is bigger because you're trying to lose more fat. You need to be a little bit more careful on how much wear and tear you're putting on your body. So steady state cardio that's low impact is really great. So like riding a bike, swimming, walking is really awesome. If you can increase the amount of steps you take during a day, that is a really easy way to drop your body fat percentage without changing much about your daily lifestyle or your diet. I forgot to spray the freaking pan so it looks like somebody threw up on my plate, but I promise it tastes good. I'm really excited for this piece over here. It looks really pretty. If regular pizza is a 10, this is like a 7. But protein, anabolic, right after the gym. Fuel your muscles. That's kind of how it be. It does taste pretty good. It's the lavish bread has a different aftertaste than like regular bread does, but it's really high in fiber, and fiber keeps you full for longer. Everyone knows that. And I like to be really full right before I go to sleep. I still got a good pump going on from the gym. This is a solid workout. So I'm gonna eat all of this, drink a whole bunch of water, because like I said earlier, I'm heckin' thirsty in more ways than one. And I am going to watch some shows, kind of chill before I head to bed. Yeah, so this pizza is really good. I was actually really looking forward to this. And you can see that, like, if you cook it high enough in temperature, it gets pretty crispy. My cut ends in 6 days, ends on the 2nd. I'm shooting for 6% body fat. I don't think I'm there right now. I think I'm sitting around 9, so I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do as best as I can and just stick to the diet the rest of the way, increase my cardio a tiny bit more, and see where I can get. I'm feeling really drained and really sick lately. I'm starting to get these weird like rashes and stuff places. I don't sleep super good. I have to wake up early. I'm tired literally like all the time. The gym's starting to like go down a little bit. From personal experience right at this moment, I don't suggest that you aim to hit a low body fat percentage if you're not prepping for something, unless you have like a very specific goal in mind and you're doing it for a reason. Because honestly, it's not that healthy to be this low in body fat, and I knew that, but I didn't really understand. Like, I constantly am feeling sick now, and my body just wants fuel. I'm really hungry all the time, but the voice in my head that tells me that I'm hungry isn't as strong as the one that says 6% though, 6%. And the lines on my booty don't lie. Those are nice. I can't show you those right now. That's kind of my experience so far with it. My bod pod test is on the 2nd. I'm gonna take some physique photos on the 31st, and I'm gonna update you with those on Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram already, it's @tavin.shirtlift. It's really easy to find. If you like this video, go ahead and like the video. If you didn't like the video, let me know why. What can I work on? This is the first video that I've ever done, and I'm really excited for working on YouTube and getting into this. I have a lot of really fun ideas for after my cut, lots of eating challenges, things like that. I'm planning on making this a vlog, lifestyle, fitness combination kind of channel. I want to do a ton of different things. So if you guys have something you want to see me do, even if it's crazy like go skydiving or run a marathon, something like that, just let me know. I'll add it to the list if I like the idea. There's lots of stuff that I want to try. So stay tuned for that, subscribe, hit that bell button so you can be notified when I upload my next one. And yeah, I'm excited for my cut to end. See you guys in the next one.